Hello, welcome back to the Guns and Outdoors channel. Hope you are doing well out there. Back in 2023, Smith & Wesson moved down to Maryville, Tennessee from Massachusetts. Obviously, they went with a more gun-friendly state, and rightfully so. In today's video, we're going to review and shoot something I just purchased. It's the M&P 2.0, and if you look at it, this is the all-metal version. Now, it's got a long name. It's the full-size M&P 2.0. They call it the Metal Carry Comp. Not comp as in competition, but comp as in compensated. So this is a performance center pistol. I'd love your support. Consider subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you, and enjoy the ride. Stand by. Welcome back. All right, let me give this a go, and I had to practice this. No one gets this right on the first time. Here we go. Smith & Wesson M&P full-size metal carry comp performance center. Yep, you got to practice it. That's what this guy is. He's going to come chambered in 9mm. It's got a standard these days 17 round capacity. I have seen higher, right? We're used to 17, 19, 21s. Of course, you can get larger magazines if you want. Frame. The aluminum frame with the all-steel slide. Let's talk about some of the specs. It's roughly 5.5 inches tall. It's about 1.4 inches wide. Pretty standard. The weight on it is 28.1 ounces. So what does that mean? Let's just put it in perspective. A VP9 from H&K is roughly 26 ounces. A Walther PDP, I've done those reviews on my channels, roughly 26 ounces. For the all-metal version here with the frame, you're only a couple ounces heavier, and that is with an unloaded magazine. So very similar. Length on this, he is longer. I wouldn't say you carry this particular variant, but the length is 7.25 inches. It is actually shorter than the VP9 and the PDP. At this point, there are a couple other versions. We're going to have a Performance Center version of the standard VP9 compact with a polymer slide that you can carry. It's going to be more carryable, obviously. And then there's the small guy, the Shield Plus, that you can get, that it's Performance Center updated as well. So pick your poison on those. In terms of front sights, if we start to go around the gun, really nice bright yellow night vision sight. I can see the markings on there with a tritium vial. And then the rear is a standard serrated U-notch. So you can see it here. MSRP on this guy is expensive, $949. That's up there with all metal guns. It's what you're going to expect to pay. This is unloaded, of course. I have shot this gun already, as I said in the opener, roughly 200 rounds that I went through. I know I went through a couple boxes, and I went through the rest of my ammo in my can there. No issues so far, no malfunctions, no failure to feeds, no failure to ejects, no failures to go into battery. The gun has been very reliable. There are on Instagram some things where the slide catch has been influenced by the trigger pull. Not enough here. Do you see it go up a little bit? That's something rubbing. You can take your slide off. You can make those adjustments. Okay, does have two 17 round magazines. Doesn't come with 3 like my Walther does. I think that's a nice touch that those guys do. If you get a Performance Center, it comes with a nice cleaning kit. A couple other things. Trigger wise, trigger improvement. Standard Smith & Wesson trigger reminds me a lot of your Shield, any of those. Now the Performance Center is better than what's the regular 2.0 trigger. The regular 2.0 trigger, I hate to say it, it's going to sound like sandpaper. This guy definitely feels a little better. Pull out the gauge here. Now that pulled a little light, 3.75. We'll do it one more time. For me, it was pulling a consistent 4 pounds. There. I may be just short stroking it there, but roughly 4, high 3s, low 4. That's a really good trigger pull for sure. I like that. Flat face trigger. Now here's the thing on it. I would say this is a consistent trigger pull for me. What I actually noticed that I like about the Smith & Wessons is that it has a little bit of a roll to it. Not a true roll, but a rolling trigger break. And I would say it has a decent trigger reset. Decent trigger reset. Not really much over travel thanks to that stop right there, but it's a good trigger. Good trigger. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it like a 6.6. It's pretty good. If you want to go with an Apex, which is what a lot of M&P 2.0 folks that on their previous versions have done, I definitely would do that. But this is not bad at all. Better than what you get in a regular 2.0, but not as good as aftermarket. My first impressions, this is a pistol that has a lot of options in it right out of the gate. Now, I kind of call this stuff the Gucci. It grew on me. I don't know if you're a traditionalist or if you like your guns like this with a lot of cuts and serrations and whatnot. For me, I'm okay with it as a shooting enthusiast. The more I've had this gun, the more I've dry fired it, the more I've actually shot it. I like it. This guy's going to have a lot of options already installed from the factory. Things like those customizations that we were talking about with the milling and the cuts. It's already got your tritium vial front sight. Of course, it has a very nice frame. This frame has been out for a while. This was on the original 2.0. So I think they just redid the slide, pulled the metal frame back out, and performance centered it up with the options, little trigger work, packaged it up to a nice updated platform here. Having shot it, I can see a lot less recoil. The compensated barrel, it's a true slide and ported barrel. Makes a noticeable difference when shooting. You see a little indentation there? That's called clear sight. So it's got a clear sight cut and it's supposed to divert the gas. It's got a lip. Instead of the gas coming back, it's supposed to go out and away a little. For me, after 200 rounds, my lens of my sight got dirty. For that reason, I don't think you can get around that. Just get yourself a good red dot lens, cleaning pins, keep extras. And it's always good to have those in your range bag anyway. Take a look at this unique dot, a little bit of the milling alignment here. This is a first for me. I've shot a lot of hollow suns. This is called the SCS for the M&P 2.0. Cycling through the modes. 32 MOA with the dot, without the dot, and the regular dot. Easy as that. If you do a double tap, it'll take the brightness up a notch for all settings. What we have going on there is we have a 2 MOA green dot, and then we have a 30 MOA dot, and then you can take the 2 MOA out of the 32 MOA dot if you like, or you can just shoot the small 2 MOA. You do have a manual option to shut them off, but let me just tell you what's going on here with this SCS. It stands for Solar Charging Sight. It is a niche thing because I have regular hollow suns and you side load, replace the batteries. The specs on this, when you look at the hours, so it's got a capacitor in there that'll keep a direct charge for over 2 years. So it'll charge, keep it going for 2 years of life, and if you take this out for just several hours in the sunlight, it'll top that off. This is an auto-adjusting light as well, so it'll automatically sense and make the adjustments on the brightness. There is an override setting. What's interesting about it as well is this guy is going to come with a lot of spacers. It's going to come with 8 or 9 plastic spacers, and they will help you mount up to the Smith & Wesson hollow sun profile. However, if you decide to go with this particular one, the SCS, you remove the spacer because it's spaced appropriately, designed for the 2.0. They do make them for the Glocks as well. And this is actually going to have a subtle benefit of lowering the gun. So it's going to help you with a little bit of alignment. If you're having a problem finding your dot, having your dot shorter with more natural alignment to your iron sights, it's going to help you find your dot. It's got an ergonomic grip and a good presentation. Many people that grew up with 1911s find the M&P to be a very good platform because it has that 18-degree shooting angle. So very much like a 1911 on the presentation. So it's a very shooter-friendly design. Swapping out the back straps is easy. You just go to this lanyard loop, you turn it 90 degrees, pop this thing out like that, and then you cantilever, pivot out your back straps, and you just come take the one that you want right there, and you put it in like that. And there is one other little piece. And then when you're done there, you just push this back in. Real easy to customize. Try the different settings. I actually went with the medium and large, gave a little bit more of a palm swell here to allow me to have a great full-size grip. Really took out a lot of the slack. So it fit my hands perfectly. I really like that they give a couple extra backstrap options than what we're traditionally used to with, like, say, Glocks, for example. It's really easy to swap those out. Stainless steel slide. We spoke about the 70-75 T6 aluminum versus standard. Recoil management. For me, this gun, and you're going to see it here in the range, it's well balanced. It shoots good. Shooting this handgun feels comfortable and controlled. It's got that great, pleasant, metal, timeless feel in my hand, so I really like it. Even though it's a metal frame, aluminum here, it does have index points. You do have your pick rail sections, and The recoil management's helped by the back straps. I do wish the texture went up higher, but I'm okay with this. I actually like the feel of the metal, and this is definitely enough aggressiveness to make the gun feel good in my hand. Good pistol. There's only one thing left to do. At this point, let's take it to the range. Today, for ammo wise, I've just got standard fare, SMB, 115 grain, full metal jacket, nothing standard. Let me give you one more look at the pistol. It has been a couple weeks since we did the tabletop. Originally, I did have 200 rounds through it. I am excited to, at the end of this shooting event, on this video, I'll probably have another 200 rounds. So that would give us a respectable 400 rounds through the pistol. Like anything, since it's full size and not an ultra compact, I won't do 21. I like to do my very first shot right down the middle. So we're gonna send it out to 30 feet. We have a splatter target there. Let me get you into a good spot. Okay, that looks nice. I am at my home range, point blank range here. Matthews, North Carolina. Quite nice. I'm gonna throw on my eye and ear protection. So if you're ever in the neighborhood, make sure you stop by, come visit, all that good stuff. Don't be shy. I remember shooting this gun. It felt really good. There's something good about the shooting angle and all metal. So we're gonna test it with one. All right, then I'm gonna put it in empty. 30 feet. What do you think about that? Pretty good, pretty good. Not bad, not bad at all. 30 feet. Lock back on empty, what's nice. It feels really good. That's a stop right there. Look at that. We did a little keyhole. Second shot was a keyhole. I'll be darned. Easy to get on, easy to present. You do, because of the aggressive serrations, if you are a thumbs high guy, you need to be careful. You will rip some skin off your fingers. Just like that. Just like that. My goodness, my goodness. That. I'd say that red dot is dialed in. Yeah. If you love your Smith & Wesson 2.0 and you're used to it, really enjoy this. We are plowing through ammo. That's how you know. Just shot the center out. It's awesome. What a great shooter. Would you guys carry this one, or is it a little too heavy for you? Anybody carry a VP9 or carry their Walther out there? A lot of times guys won't show you the targets, but I will. Wow, just like that, 200 more rounds done, lickety split. I really enjoyed shooting this Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0. all metal frame, full size, felt really good in the hand with the built-in comp. Interesting, right? What's old is new. You see a lot of these all metal frame pistols coming in like the Terran Tactical or the Rival S. They're coming in 1,000 or 1,100, that sort of thing. This guy coming at 950, even though he's at the upper end of that spectrum, he's still sub 1,000. So I gotta imagine you can pick some of these up a little cheaper as time goes by. For me, when I shoot an all metal frame gun, I really like how it feels in my hand. To me, it feels like it absorbs the recoil more than a polymer. I know some people say the opposite, but good shooter. I definitely enjoyed the built-in compensator and the ported barrel. This setup is a winner. Ergonomically, the way it looks, just talking to my folks that here at the range, a lot of people are digging this pistol. I'm definitely not selling it. Proof's in the pudding. Fun shooter. You gonna give this one a go, or are you gonna go for the one that's in that 650 mark, the M&P Performance Center 2.0? The carry, the one essentially has a smaller barrel, but the polymer frame. Probably a little more carryable, right, if you're gonna do that. All the ranges and folks that aren't carrying these Smith & Wessons need to jump on this lineup of pistols. So I give this one a big thumbs up. The 3 pistols that were just released, these guys are really solid. Let me know what your experience is down below. Until next time, take care of yourselves. We're out of here.